What's up, everyone? Today we're diving into the top 10 games you need to keep on your radar. From tactical RPGs to legendary remasters, this lineup is stacked. Whether you're into deep combat systems, mystery-solving adventures, or epic monster battles, there's something here that'll blow your mind. Wandering Sword brings a unique wuxia RPG adventure to Nintendo Switch on May 28, 2026, blending classic pixel characters with detailed 3D environments that give the world a rich sense of depth. The story follows a young swordsman who survives a deadly conflict and sets out across a vast martial arts world to master powerful techniques and uncover his destiny. Exploration plays a big role as you travel between towns, meet martial sects, and build relationships with allies who can join your journey. Combat mixes tactical, turn-based battles on a grid with the option for real-time action, creating fights that feel strategic while still fast and dynamic. As you learn new martial arts skills and recruit companions, the adventure gradually opens up with side quests, hidden secrets, and meaningful choices that shape the story. With multiple endings and a world full of rival fighters and legendary masters, Wandering Sword offers a deep journey through a classic martial arts fantasy. Metal Gear Solid 4: Guns of the Patriots arrives on Nintendo Switch as part of the Master Collection Volume 2 on August 27, 2026, finally bringing one of the series' most cinematic entries to a new generation of players. The story follows an aging Solid Snake on his final mission as he tracks down Liquid Ocelot and attempts to dismantle a global war system that controls modern battlefields. Gameplay blends stealth, tactical movement, and careful planning as Snake infiltrates active war zones filled with rival factions and heavily armed soldiers. Players can sneak past enemies using the advanced Octo Camo suit that adapts to surrounding surfaces, or rely on a wide arsenal of customizable weapons and gadgets. The battlefield itself feels dynamic, with different forces fighting each other in real time, creating opportunities to slip through unnoticed or manipulate the chaos. Combined with its detailed environments and cinematic storytelling, the game delivers a tense stealth experience built around strategy and precision. DECAPOLICE arrives on Nintendo Switch in 2026, delivering a unique blend of detective mystery and RPG adventure set in a futuristic, crime-ridden city. The story follows Harvard, a rookie detective who joins a special police unit dedicated to hunting dangerous criminals and uncovering the truth behind complex cases. Investigations play a major role as players explore crime scenes, gather evidence, question suspects, and connect clues using a deduction board that slowly reveals how each crime unfolded. One of the game's most interesting ideas is DECASM, a virtual world that recreates real-world incidents, allowing detectives to analyze events in new ways and discover hidden details. When criminals are finally confronted, the game shifts into strategic, turn-based battles, where teamwork and abilities become key. With its mix of investigation, exploration, and tactical combat, DECAPOLICE builds a crime-solving experience that feels both thoughtful and dynamic, as each case pushes the story deeper into a web of mysteries. Marvel Maximum Collection swings onto Nintendo Switch in 2026, bringing together a lineup of classic superhero games that capture the energy of Marvel's arcade and 16-bit era. Instead of one single adventure, the collection gathers several iconic titles where players step into the roles of heroes like Spider-Man, the X-Men, Captain America, and Iron Man as they battle legendary villains across comic-inspired stages. Gameplay focuses on fast-paced side-scrolling action with punchy beat-em-up combat, special abilities, and cooperative play that recreates the feeling of classic arcade sessions. One of the highlights is X-Men, the arcade game, which returns with online co-op support, letting multiple players team up to fight waves of enemies together. Alongside the action, the collection preserves multiple versions of these retro titles from different consoles, creating a nostalgic journey through Marvel's early gaming history, while making these superhero adventures accessible to a new generation of players. Trails in the Sky Second Chapter arrives on Nintendo Switch in fall 2026, continuing one of the most beloved stories in the long-running Trails series. The adventure picks up after the dramatic ending of the first chapter, as Estelle Bright begins a journey across the kingdom of Liberl to search for her missing partner Joshua, while uncovering the growing threat of the secretive Ouroboros organization. The game blends exploration, character-driven storytelling, and strategic turn-based combat, where positioning on the battlefield plays an important role. Players build a party of allies and use the flexible orbment system to unlock powerful arts, skills, and devastating S-craft attacks that can turn the tide of battle. As the journey expands across towns, dungeons, and political conflicts throughout Liberl, the story dives deeper into its world and characters, delivering a classic JRPG adventure built around thoughtful strategy and a richly connected narrative. Pokémon Champions arrives on Nintendo Switch in April 2026, offering a battle-focused experience built around strategy, team building, and competitive play. Instead of a traditional adventure, the game centers entirely on the thrill of Pokémon battles, where trainers assemble carefully crafted teams and test their skills against opponents from around the world. The combat follows the familiar turn-based system fans know, but the depth comes from mastering abilities, movesets, and type matchups while adapting to different battle formats like single and double battles. Players can also bring Pokémon from other games using Pokémon Home, allowing longtime partners to join the competition. Classic mechanics from across the series, including Mega Evolution and Terastallization, add new tactical layers to each match. With ranked battles, tournaments, and global online play, Pokémon Champions creates a dedicated arena where strategy, preparation, and smart decision-making define what it takes to become a true champion. Digimon Story Time Stranger brings the classic monster-taming RPG formula back with a new adventure that connects the human world and the digital world through a mysterious, time-bending story. The journey begins after a devastating event in Tokyo known as the Shinjuku Inferno, where the protagonist, an agent of the organization Adamus, is suddenly sent years into the past while investigating the disaster. To prevent the catastrophe from happening again, players travel between worlds, uncover secrets, and build bonds with a large roster of Digimon. Gameplay focuses on strategic, turn-based battles where team composition matters, as different Digimon types and elemental weaknesses can completely change the outcome of a fight. Outside combat, the Digifarm system allows players to train, evolve, and customize their Digimon through branching Digivolution paths and unique skills. Digimon Story Time Stranger releases on Nintendo Switch on July 10, 2026. Ys Memoire, Revelations in Celceta, brings one of Adol Kristen's most important adventures back with a refreshed presentation and the fast, satisfying action the series is known for. The story begins with Adol arriving in the mysterious land of Celceta with no memory of his past, setting up a journey where exploration slowly uncovers both the secrets of the vast forest and fragments of who he once was. Gameplay focuses on quick, real-time combat, where players control a party and can switch characters instantly, adapting to enemy weaknesses and different battle situations. Exploration is just as important as combat, with the huge Great Forest gradually mapped as you discover hidden paths, ancient ruins, and small settlements. Each companion also brings unique abilities that help open new routes and uncover hidden secrets. The result is an adventure that constantly rewards curiosity and movement. Ys Memoire, Revelations in Celceta releases on Nintendo Switch on April 28, 2026. Professor Layton and the New World of Steam marks the long-awaited return of the beloved puzzle adventure series, bringing players back into the world of clever riddles and charming storytelling. The game follows Professor Herschel Layton as he reunites with his former apprentice, Luke Triton, in the bustling steampunk city of Steam Bison, a place powered by advanced steam technology and filled with curious inventions. When a mysterious incident begins to disrupt the city, the duo sets out to investigate, uncovering secrets hidden beneath its mechanical progress. Gameplay blends narrative exploration with a wide variety of brain-teasing puzzles integrated naturally into the story, challenging players to observe their surroundings, interact with characters, and think creatively to move forward. With expanded city exploration and a fresh set of puzzles designed by Quizknock, the adventure aims to capture the classic Layton charm while introducing new ideas. Professor Layton and the New World of Steam releases on Nintendo Switch in 2026. Dragon is Dead delivers a dark fantasy roguelite experience that blends fast, side-scrolling combat with deep character progression. The story takes place in a world slowly consumed by corruption after the fall of the powerful dragon Guernian, whose lingering influence continues to spread across the land. Players step into the role of an immortal successor, a warrior destined to push through dangerous regions and uncover the truth behind the mysterious force known as the Black Dawn. Gameplay focuses on intense hack-and-slash action, where different classes like the Berserker, Hunter, and Spellblade offer distinct combat styles. Each run introduces new challenges, while players gather powerful gear, unlock abilities, and build unique character setups through skill trees and runes. Because of its roguelite structure, every defeat becomes part of the progression, gradually making each attempt stronger and more strategic. Dragon is Dead releases on Nintendo Switch on April 23, 2026. And there you have it, the top 10 new Switch games that are going to define 2026. Some of these are dropping soon, others we're waiting till late 2026, but trust me, every single one is worth the wait. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Keep gaming.